morning. I have a response to all those ladies that are continually posting the exact same question. Where have all the men gone? How come I can't find any high quality men? I can't find any high value men today. Where have the men gone? Well, sugar, let me tell you, times have changed, and you have a large quantity of high value men out here today. And that's why it's hard for you to ascertain who the high value man is, because you have many more choices than did women in the past. If you look back in our history, what you would probably classify as men on the lower end, meaning that they had less assets, no family wealth, inheritance of property, cattle, land, houses. The men on the lower end of the economic spectrum, let's go right there, because that's what women mean when they are assigning that label of low value. It used to be that the men on the lower level were laborers. And the type of labor they used to do many years ago in ancient times and in places all around the world, they were the ones that were working all the dadgum time. They didn't have anything else, so all they did was work. They were either put into slavery because of their debts or the crimes they committed. They were sold into slavery by someone else who had, as you say, ownership of them because of one of these reasons. Or they put themselves into the situation because it was the only way they could find shelter and get food in their bellies. And these men were not all slaves and to be classified like that, but some of them were professional warriors. That's what they did. And that's what they did all the time. And it was full time. It wasn't a job that you got weekends off or you went in at certain times. You were there all the time. Look at back when when humans started building these massive ships and exploring the oceans around Earth and traveling between continents. That took months and months and years of travel. And the guys that were crewing those ships were laborers, basic laborers or slaves. But either way, it was a full-time gig. And they couldn't make a call home. They couldn't send a letter. They couldn't text. That didn't exist. They were just gone. And if they had family, if they had girlfriends, if they had wives and children, there was no contact for months and years while they were out doing their job. Guys that were professional soldiers, warriors, they battled all the time. When they weren't battling, they were cleaning up their equipment, getting new equipment, making new arrows to be prepared for the next battle, because they didn't know when they were going to be next told to go into battle by their leaders, or at any moment they might be attacked by someone who is coming back to avenge some previous attack that they've committed, or another group that just happens to come in and they want to take what they have, whether it's land, buildings, crops, food, property, females, gold, whatever they may have thought they had. And it was a very aggressive lifestyle. And today, in modern times, we don't have those types of laborers. Even our professional soldiers that we have in the United States, they have, for the most part, on a regular basis, peacetime, they have regular hours and they have days off. Now, on a job like that, where you are meant to respond in the event of emergency, If you're called at urgency, you do have to be able to respond on short notice. Well, there are a lot of jobs like that, whether it's technical, repair, first responders, firefighters, police officers. But still, they have scheduled time off. They have benefits. They have pay. And they can have lives outside of work. Years ago, people that were doing jobs at the lower rung, the pure laborers, full-time laborers, whether they were building pyramids or putting up walls for security, digging moats, or building the block turrets on castles, whatever it was that their bosses had them doing, it was full-time. And when they were done, they were exhausted. And they weren't done until they were told they were done. And then they rested until they were told to get back to work. So that's where the idea of the low value man used to be. And nowadays, you've got even what you would call lower value, I guess. They have schedules, they have professional jobs. They own computers and smartphones, and they run apartments, and they have automobiles. They have jobs, they have savings, they have retirement plans, they have dreams, they have thoughts, they have opportunities. Heck, the guys that want to do better can do better. There's tons of opportunities to learn new skills online that cost little or nothing. There are tons of things you can do as side gigs today, whether you're delivering groceries, delivering fast food, delivering restaurant meals, or cutting lawns, or doing some type of work. Whatever the skills you have or the skills you can develop, you can find the opportunity to do it. Cleaning, that's a big one. A lot of people don't like cleaning, so it's a huge opportunity for people that are willing to clean to get paid to do something like that. And it's nothing degrading about that. There's nothing bad about being a cleaner. It's one of the fastest ways, the quickest ways, easiest ways for someone to add something in, to add on a job, a gig, and to grow fast. Because with all the homes, with all the offices, with all the businesses, factories, workplaces, public areas, there are tons of jobs that require cleaning. There's a lot of cleaning to do. So that has been growing and continues to grow. Don't be afraid of, getting dirty to clean things up, so to speak. But anyway, so the men are out there. The men are so abundant these days. The men are so abundant that the ladies can't see them, where they say you can't see the forest for the trees. That's what it is. I mean, because of your addictions to social media, I'm talking to the females, because their addictions to the social media, they are looking for what they are being seen in commercials and in curated accounts that are showing guys with private jets and guys on yachts. Yeah, there's a lot less of those guys out there, and that's much more competitive for you ladies. Most of you will never even see a guy like that. And the chances of you landing one, far less. Not to shoot you down, but tell you what, I mean, the guys, all of us grew up, guys and gals grew up with these TV shows that showed that the nerdy kid that was persistent would always get the pretty girl in the end. And the females who had a angry, relentless stepmother, or were somehow enchanted by something negative, then they could be saved by a prince wandering by. A prince wandering by that would give them a kiss, that would try to squeeze their fat foot into a little shoe, or that would help them escape their sentence of being locked into a tower by some madman or evil person. So anyway, we got to get past that stuff that was put into our heads for so long People aren't perfect, and princes and princesses are not around. They're non-existent. You're not going to find those. And if you got somebody riding into your neighborhood on a white horse, beware. You know what I'm saying? Don't go up and talk to that fella. You keep an eye on him. Lock your door. Look out the window. But yeah. All right. Good luck to everybody. Don't be crazy. Later. Oink, oink.